Let's get right into it. Number 5. The hum that follows you. Imagine trying to fall asleep and your ears suddenly decide to subscribe to a mysterious low-frequency buzz, like a refrigerator, but haunted, and the fridge is inside your skull. Welcome to the hum, a real phenomenon where thousands of people across the world report hearing a deep, rumbling sound that absolutely nobody else can detect. No, it's not tinnitus. No, it's not your neighbor's illegally modified motorcycle. It's just there, like a cosmic mosquito that picked only you as its emotional support human. Scientists have tried, really tried, to explain this thing. They've blamed distant industrial machinery, underwater vibrations, geological pressure waves, ocean noise, air conditioning units, and in one very desperate hypothesis, the mating calls of fish. Yes, fish. According to one theory, the natural world is basically whisper screaming into your ears 24/7, and you're unlucky enough to notice. But here's the fun part. Every time researchers test these theories, the hum refuses to behave. It disappears, it changes pitch, it affects certain towns, skips whole continents, and targets random individuals like it's picking names out of a celestial lottery. Some people hear it only indoors, others only outdoors. Some go insane trying to escape it, while others shrug and say, it's kind of relaxing. And scientists, they have absolutely no clue. So if you ever hear the hum, just remember, it might be geological activity, industrial noise, or your brain messing with you. Or, plot twist, it could be that the universe is running a secret bass-boosted soundtrack, and you're one of the chosen few, which is either impressive or horrifying. Your call. Number 4. Ball lightning. Picture this. You're sitting in your living room, peacefully minding your business, maybe contemplating why you said you too to the waiter who told you to enjoy your meal 3 days ago, when suddenly, a glowing orb of electric death just floats through your window. Not fast, not dramatic, just casually drifting, like a bored ghost with an IKEA lamp fetish. This is ball lightning, one of science's most annoying mysteries. People have described these glowing spheres for centuries. They hover, they bounce, they sometimes explode like a temperamental light bulb with abandonment issues. They appear during thunderstorms, but they don't follow the rules that other lightning respects. Regular lightning is a 1-second burst of "I hate trees," while ball lightning is more like, "Hi, I'll be staying for 3 to 10 seconds and also I may or may not vaporize your ceiling fan." Scientists have attempted to recreate it in labs, but the results are like bad movie remakes. Technically similar, spiritually wrong. Some researchers think it's vaporized soil, others think it's plasma, others think it's microwaved air. And then there's the, maybe it's a hallucination caused by electromagnetic fields group, which, frankly, feels like the scientific equivalent of saying, we don't know. So maybe you're just imagining glow balls like a discount wizard. But the strangest part? Ball lightning occasionally passes through walls. Without breaking them. As if it politely phases through reality like it's late for a cosmic appointment and doesn't have time for your silly human physics. There is no satisfying explanation for how a lightning-based phenomenon can behave like a shy ghost who just wants to leave the room quietly, until someone figures it out. The official scientific stance is, ball lightning exists. It's weird. It's terrifying. And if you ever see one, maybe don't poke it with a broom. Just a suggestion. Number 3. The missing dark matter. Your brain already has enough problems, bills, relationships, remembering whether you locked the door, and now the universe wants to add cosmic existential horror to the list. Because according to science, everything we see, touch, eat, sit on, or accidentally trip over is only about 5% of what exists. The other 95%? Mystery goop, invisible mass, the universe's will explain later file, otherwise known as dark matter. Dark matter is the stuff that's supposed to hold galaxies together. Without it, stars would fling themselves into space like toddlers escaping bath time. But here's the twist. We have never seen it, never touched it, never detected it directly. We only know it exists because galaxies behave too well, like cosmic toddlers who should be screaming but are mysteriously calm. Scientists have tried everything. Giant underground detectors, liquid xenon tanks, sensitive arrays that could hear a gnat sneeze. They've waited for years for a dark matter particle to bump into something. Anything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Which raises a terrifying question. What if dark matter isn't matter? What if it's something we don't even have the mental vocabulary to comprehend yet? Maybe it's a hidden dimension. Maybe it's gravity being weird. Maybe the universe is running on unlicensed software and this is just leftover code. Or maybe dark matter is standing right behind you, waving, but only your atoms are too socially awkward to acknowledge it. Whatever the case, until scientists can actually find the stuff, we're basically living inside a cosmic mystery box held together by imaginary glue. Comforting. Number 2. The Death Valley Sailing Stones. Imagine walking through a desert so quiet you can hear your own regrets echoing, and then you stumble across giant rocks that have moved across the sand completely on their own. No humans, no animals, no prankster with a forklift, just long, strange trails behind them like they've been out for a midnight stroll. These are the sailing stones of Death Valley, and they behave like they're alive, or bored, or both. For decades, people believed everything from pranksters to aliens to ghosts with gym memberships were responsible. Scientists had theories, but none of them worked consistently. Winds weren't strong enough. Sand wasn't slippery enough. The rocks were way too heavy, some weighing hundreds of pounds. So how were they sliding around like they were in a low-budget Pixar audition? Eventually, researchers placed GPS trackers on the rocks. Yes, we live in a world where scientists had to give rocks Fitbits. And after years of waiting, they finally caught the stones in the act. Thin sheets of ice form on rare cold nights, then crack into floating shards that nudge the rocks along with gentle breezes. Mystery solved, right? Not exactly, because this doesn't explain why some stones move dramatically while nearby ones sit still. It doesn't explain why trails sometimes cross, or stop abruptly, or curve like the rocks suddenly changed their minds mid-journey. And it doesn't explain the reports from decades ago where stones seem to move in ways even the ice sheet explanation can't match. It's like the desert itself occasionally likes to rearrange its furniture just to mess with geologists. So yes, we think we solved it. Kind of. Maybe. But the desert doesn't care what we think. It'll keep sliding its rocks around whenever it wants. Like a giant, sandy Ouija board spelling good luck figuring this out. Number 1. Consciousness, A.K.A. Why you exist at all. Here's the terrifying truth. Scientists can map your brain, scan your neurons, measure your electrical activity, and still have absolutely no idea why you experience life the way you do. Consciousness, the thing that lets you feel emotions, make decisions, argue with yourself in the shower, and overthink texts at 2 a.m., is the biggest question mark in all of science. Your brain is just a 3-pound ball of fat and electricity. When you open it up, there's no you inside, no tiny driver pulling levers, no consciousness gland, just neurons firing like a rave run by confused jelly beans. And yet somehow, this wet biological USB stick generates the feeling of being alive, the feeling of me, the awareness that you're reading this right now instead of, I don't know, licking a window. Some scientists think consciousness emerges from complexity, like if you throw enough neurons into a pot and stir, you eventually get self-awareness. Others believe consciousness is fundamental to the universe, meaning your brain doesn't create consciousness, it just tunes into it, like a fleshy Wi-Fi router. And then there's the horrifying possibility that we're nowhere close to understanding it, that consciousness is an entirely different category of thing, and we're basically ants trying to reverse engineer a smartphone. The scariest part? You can remove half the brain, scramble sections of it, reroute nerves, and people still stay conscious. Sometimes their personality changes, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they become more functional. Neuroscience is basically poking the biological mystery box we call the mind and saying, huh, that's weird. So until someone solves it, you're walking around with the universe's biggest unanswered question inside your skull. Sleep well tonight.